Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Childhood Finds, and we are continuing with our weekly What Sold videos. And sales are pretty good for this week that I'm going to be sharing with you. No huge sales, just a lot of sales that added up and took a lot of offers, discounts, etc. Doing a lot of that still. And I will say that sales now are starting to go down a little bit into this week that I'm currently in. And it's a little ironic because I'm finally getting back into listing and working somewhat normal. So it's a little ironic that I finally start really working and they plummet. But besides that, as long as I can just keep meeting my minimum, then hopefully that'll get me by for a little bit as I continue to get back in the swing of things. And this last week that I'm going to be sharing with you, I sold 61 listings over eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. There's only 2 on Poshmark and 1 on Mercari, so not a lot. My cross listing, I have put probably little to absolutely no effort into within the last month and a half or so. So that's, I can't complain about the cross listing. That completely is on me right now because I just haven't put the effort into it. And so my gross sales on eBay were about $1,775 roughly. And it was more smaller dollar items, so quite a good chunk of that is into shippings and fees, but it was still a decent payday this last week, better than my minimum, which is what I'm always shooting for. And things are still going. I still have moments that are crippling, but things are still going. I guess I'm still trying to figure out what's next. I am just kind of working through my death pile. I'm still struggling to wake up in the mornings and get the motivation to get up and work, but all of you guys have helped motivate me a lot, and I think I'm further along because of all of you guys, so thank you for that, because I'm managing to get out 2 YouTube videos, and this week that I'm in right now, my listing has gone up significantly, almost back to normal levels. This last week that I'm sharing with you, I only listed 17 new listings, but the value was right around $1,000, so I'm not really upset with that, because at least my minimum goals are to list at least $2,000 worth of items and 60 items. So I really want to keep up my quantity and quality, that's kind of how I tackle it. And so I definitely didn't hit the quantity, but $1,000 for 17. One of those was a multi-quantity listing, but it was a nice multi-quantity listing that I'm happy with that I found. So things could be a lot worse. So we're still trucking, guys. Let me know how your sales are doing, now that we're into January and we're out of fourth quarter. How are you doing? What are you doing right now to prepare for the new year? Are you doing an inventory? Are you trying to get through your death pile before sourcing season really starts up again? I'm trying to tackle some of my death pile right now. I did do some sourcing last week and it wasn't great. So I'm hoping sourcing season's okay. I'm always just trying to reevaluate and readjust my business. So let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. I would like to hear about that. And then let's get started on some sales. This first one is a Scentsy Buddy plush. It's an Apollo German Shepherd one. It did not have a scent pack. I always try to include if it does not come with any sort of scent pack. And quite frankly, when it comes with used scent packs, I tend to throw those out. I don't know, it feels weird to include, but that's just me if it's used. And this sold for $16.96 on my sale price. I believe I only paid $1 or $2 for this at a thrift store. Most of your Scentsy Buddies are going to be the $8 to $15 range, unless they're brand new. I have a few of those, and there are, of course, some exceptions, but usually 8 to 15 is roughly where they are. This is a decorative brass easel photo art display stand. I've shown these a bunch of times. This one, I just took a best offer of $13. I've just been trying to get inventory moving because, again, I'm not putting as much into eBay, so I need to get action in there where I can. And I wouldn't have paid more than $1 or $2. I almost never pay more than $1 or $2 for these little stands, but they pretty much always sell, guys. As I say every time, they always sell. Not a huge money, but they're easy. This one is a 2005 Old World Christmas Glass Blown Cornucopia. This is sold for, I think it was around $13 or so on a 10% off offer on this sale price. And I like picking up Old World Christmas. There's some that I've sold for pretty decent money, and they're nice quality. You know, they're not quite as valuable as your Radcos, but I like this brand. And this just, again, I sold a fair amount of Christmas stuff as well this week. So holiday stuff, it's worth just keeping listed. You know, I never take that stuff down, even though we're out of the holidays. I sold a fair amount of it, and it's January. A lot of people start to buy stuff too while they're putting things away, I found, or if they break something, they'll get it ready for the next season. But Christmas sells year round, and any holidays sell year round, just maybe not for quite as much or as quickly, but they sell. And so this one, I think I only paid $1 or so for. This I just picked up at a thrift store. I believe it was like $4.99. Not the best pickup in the world, but it was a Bob's Burgers heat change mug, reactive reveal coffee mug. It sold for $21.21. You know, that's not a terrible price for it, and it sold quickly. Oops. This is Oneida Plantation Iced Teaspoons. I picked up this lot on Facebook Marketplace. I've picked up a couple. I've been willing to pay up for nice stainless flatware sets on Facebook Marketplace. And I think that's why I've been able to get them, is because I'm willing to pay a little more than most would, because I paid $100 for this set, and I just picked up another set this weekend for $100. But I figure if I'm going to make a few $100 off of parting it out, then it's worth getting for me because they're so easy. This sold for $25.46. Sometimes iced teaspoons, I'm going to show you some later, they can be really valuable in a set. Then here are some Lenox Holiday Gems Ruby Balloons crystal wine glasses. This was a set of 4, and I picked this up at a thrift store. It was either $6.99 or $7.99, and I just listed these, I think, either this last week or right before the holidays. I don't know. My month has just blurred together. Everything is just kind of muddy, but it's, you know, within a month I've listed it, or it was really recent. I think it was recent. I think I listed it a week or 2 ago. But it sold for $37. And it, you know, coming in this box, I just made sure these were nicely packed into the box they came in, and then put it into a 12-12-12 box with padding, and I think that shipped it out really nicely. This is just a very basic frame. It's a Red Hat Society enamel gold tone picture frame, nothing super special. It sold for $12.71, and I think I only paid $1 or $2 for it. You know, these frames, again, they don't sell super fast, but they sell. I made a lot of money on frames last year. I think I need to do that, you know, top 10 video again, where I update what my top 10 categories were this year. You guys can all assume what number 1 was. Fun fact, there was an email that got sent out to, I think, pretty much everybody, that told you, you know, what percent, like your best category, like how high you were above other eBay sellers, and I am in the top 1% of flatware. I don't know if that's something I should be proud about. I don't know if when I was getting my college degree, my parents thought that I would just be selling used flatware and I'd be in the top 1%. But you never know how life is going to go. I was kind of excited. I thought it was really fun. It was a cool little email just to see. This next one is EX-K Elbow 2 Protectors Motocross. I picked these up with another thing I sold last week, and I picked this up for $8, and it sold for a best offer of $40, brand new condition. This is a wicker woven fishing basket creel leather straps backpack. I picked this up for, it was either $2 or $3 at a yard sale. And I like picking up these creels. Sometimes they can be a bit of a bear to pack because they might be an oversized packaging. and so the shipping might not be great, but they always sell these fishing creels. Every time I've had one, they always sell pretty quickly. And this one sold for a best offer of $33. Here is that set of iced teaspoons, and I got this lot of flatware on Facebook Marketplace for $50, this damask rose pattern. And this one is an older pattern, and these 4 iced teaspoons sold for $59.46. No, these sold on a best offer of $54 because this is one of those packages that's going on a world adventure. I believe the final destination was Kentucky or something, and they're in Guam right now. And now they're being held for weather, and the buyer, I can tell that I'm not fully myself because the buyer sent me a message, this whole long message about what am I going to do about this? And it's just, I had to take a moment to breathe because I basically wanted to tell them I ain't going to do anything about it because I can't fix this. I can't go to Guam and get your package. But I was nice, and they ended up being very kind after I explained, that I'm going to watch the package. I'm going to try to make sure that they, their item arrives to them. So I just have to take a lot more breaths right now because I'm still very much in the anger stage of grief. And I mean the depression stage too, but I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to be a mean person. I don't want that to be who I am, but I feel it a lot. I feel a lot of frustration. I feel like I've been punished in life, and it's frustrating. I get upset seeing so many other people that on the outside have it easy. We never know what anyone else is going through, of course, but that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm trying to take a lot more breaths because I don't want to be that angry person. I don't want anybody else to hurt because of me. So that is all I can say. If you're ever going through a tough time, to just continue to just take moments and just try to remember the person that you want to be, even if it's hard to be that person right then. But that's a long story short, of course. And that sold, but hopefully that makes it to the buyer. Just sometimes the USPS I've had lots of packages take adventures, just ping-ponging across the country and just all over. It just happens. This is a Christopher Radko Seasons Squeakings Glass Mouse Holiday Ornament. Can we just talk about how this is one of the cutest darn ornaments I have ever seen? So adorable. This one, I will say, I got an offer on, and it was $35, and at first my brain was like, that's a pretty low offer, but I went back and looked, and it was a very fair offer. It was very comparable to what these all were selling for. When I listed this was a decent price, but it's been listed a while. So I just went back and looked and accepted the offer, and now it's on to its new home. And again, if I did a Christmas tree, or if I did a Christmas tree with this kind of expensive breakables, I would have kept it because so cute. That I only have $1 or so into. This Grateful Dead turtle, this is Steely, and this Grateful Dead one terrapin sold to the same buyer for $40. I ended up taking the offers because, again, guys, I'm just trying to make some money and move things. I really want to try to get my volume up again. I still want to try to get this financial independence I'm striving for. It's looking real bleak right now because it's a struggle trying to get myself to work, but I want to move stuff. I want to list stuff. I want to make this a success. So $40 for those two, $4 a piece into them, like all my other Grateful Dead. And this is 6 Mikasa Virtuoso Glossy Salad Forks. Mikasa can be a good brand to pick up. These ones sold for $25.46. This lot did take quite a long time to sell, probably 8 to 10 months. But really, I don't care if my flatware takes years to sell because of the space it takes up. I have hundreds of flatware listings, and they don't take up that much space. And if I could survive just on flatware, I probably would, because the amount of space I'd need for it's like half a bedroom, if that. This is a pair of Skechers Woman's Martha Stewart Plateau Chic Lady Dark Taupe size 8. These were brand new. They sold for $28.01, or they might have sold on the 10% off offer, so that they sold, I think they sold around $25. And I picked these up for about $1 at an estate sale where I just made a pile. This is a Conduits Western Electric Company Antique 1914 soft cover catalogs part books. This one, there weren't a lot of comparables to find, so I just had to do some educated guessing and research, and it sold for best offer of $30, and I probably have $1 or $2 into it. Here's some more Christmas. I ended up taking a best offer of $12 for this because I figured, let's sell it now, let's get it moving. And it's Janlin Christmas Count Across Stitch Kit Festive Holiday Ornaments. Likely only $1 or $2 into these, because I almost never pay more than $1 or $2 for these, unless they were, say, the Busilla, the Gold Collection or something. Here is one of my Dixon shirts. I think I only have a couple of my Dixon shirts left from that buy I did. But this is Dixon Ruckus Flannel Shirt Men's 4XL Black Yellow Plaid. And it was the Wu-Tang, and it sold for $59.46, and I have $12.50 into it. This is 12 Salad Forks Hotel. It was a multi-collection where it was a whole bunch, it was 5 or 6 different patterns within it, and this is one of them. This is Fiddle, this pattern, and it was $42.46 that it sold for, and I paid, I think, $10 for the box of this that it came in, and all of the flour is brand new. The set, it was a beautiful set. This is Brass Antelope Gazelle with Nursing Calf Baby. This sold for, this one was also, I believe, 10% off on this. Sorry, guys, I didn't write down the exact prices. I'm still, I send out a lot of 10% off offers, even when I have my discount, just to, again, move things. So I think this sold for around $23, actually. I paid $5 at a yard sale for it, so not the best profit because it was large, but I still made money. I'd do it again. I love brass. This lot and this lot of Cambridge Townhouse, there was dinner forks and salad forks, went to the same buyer for $43. And I picked up this set at a local, it's kind of a thrift store, kind of not around here. They do estate sale, run estate sales and things there. And most of their stuff is priced more towards eBay prices. But this flatware set was $20, so $43 has got me into the profit, and I sold a chunk of the other parts of the pattern. This is The Whole Thing, Volume 1, Favorite Recipes from Jackson Hole St. John's Hospital, and this sold for $6.76 on my discount. I think I probably only paid $1 for it. I love picking up these spiral-bound cookbooks. A lot of them sell for around $10 to $15. This is the lower one, but there's something I'm going to keep picking up. I enjoy them. This one, this is a Flower Fairies Yarrow Fairy Cross Stitch, and this one, and this is Almond Blossom. They both sold to the same buyer for each of the sales price, so around $25 to $26 total, and I have $4 total into both of them. I got a decent chunk still of buyers buying more than one item, which is always nice to have those combined ones. And this is a Pathfinder role-playing game core rule book hardcover. This was a third printing. This sold for a best offer of $20. It sold within a week or so of listing. I picked it up for $2.99 at the Goodwill by me. This is Elemis Spa Home Cellutox Herbal Bath Synergy Cellulite. I don't know what it does. And it sold for $38 on a best offer, and I picked up 2 of these at the thrift store for $2.99 each, but this one sold for $38. And that same person also bought this cute little cricket in the same order, so they paid $50 total for both, so $12 for this little cricket, and just a cute little thing. I love these metal crickets. I don't know what I paid for this because it was within the death pile, and I wouldn't have paid more than $1 or $2 for it. This is the National Championship 2001 Air Races Reno, and it's an adjustable hat. kind of that dad style. It sold for right around $22 on an offer, and I think I only paid $1 or so for this hat. Pretty much anytime I see air race stuff, I like to pick it up. This is brass spiral twist candlestick holders, 7.5-inch decorative candle holder, and this, I have 2 of these. This set in particular, I think I only paid $1 or 2 for at the very most. The other set I paid $5 for, so but not bad. This one sold for $21.21. Anytime you see this, if you can get it for $1 or 2, these sell. People love this style. This is Brave New World, Aldous Huxley, Easton Press. The 100 greatest books of Easton Press, just so you know, are some of the less valuable ones in Easton Press. Not all of them. You know, Brave New World, of course, is a little more, but a lot of the not as well-known titles, or the ones that people just aren't finding as desirable, a lot of the greatest books sell for 15 or so dollars, 15 to 20. But there are definitely some exceptions, of course. Just know that when you're picking these up, if you're paying up for Easton Press. But this one sold for $31. This is a work of art rhinestone rabbit bunny carrot magnetic trinket box. It's just cute. It's just adorable. And it sold for $12. I believe this came from an estate sale for $1 or 2. This is a shirt I picked up, well, from this picture, at least 10 months plus ago. And it's a Hurley men's asylum stretch short sleeve tailored fit shirt, size small, palm trees. I know I picked this up for $1 and it sold for $16.11. Totally happy with that turnaround. And then on Poshmark, I had one bundle order, and it was this one. It's a vintage design cottage harvest fall. So again, definitely not the time of season, but selling. And this one also sold, with this tablecloth Tropics vintage summer one. And I like picking up vintage tablecloths. Some of them can sell for really good money. I've shown you one before. And so some of them, the lace ones, etc., can, but a lot are going to be the lower, this kind of price, the $12 to $20. This lot sold for $22, and I believe I have about $3 into both of them. So I'm not unhappy with that. They're easy. You know, it was 3 pictures I took of this one. I think the other one I might have taken 2. Yeah, I'm fine with that kind of turnaround too. And then this last one on Mercari. These are Disney Petite Holiday Collection Princess Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast ornaments. And they sold for $13.95 on Mercari. These have been listed for at least 6+ months, and I have less than $1 into both of them. This one I felt a little bad about because, again, my brain is not working at full capacity, and I saw I got an offer on Mercari for these, and I even looked at the offer and went, yeah, I'd take that. And then I just went about my day and didn't take it, and so they came back and bought it for full price. So I felt a little bad, but it worked out this time and I got full price out of it instead, so a couple extra bucks. But, you know, just not at full capacity, and this is what it is right now. So guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I am going to keep trying to push forward and try to get some more videos out and just try to get in the swing of things, because all of you on YouTube have really helped me keep going. So hopefully I can get back at that and, you know, keep moving forward. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.